Greetings, I'm the most determined soul, CJ Berry, and today we are going to review one of the DOIO arcade sticks. Well, it's not even an arcade stick, it's a lever, but it's in this black box right here. We're going to open it up, see if it's worth our time. Let's check it out. And here we are with the box, and we're getting ready to unbox this bad boy. Notice that I don't have a white table. That white table is a little too dark for me. I didn't like that, but we're back to the black mat with the green mat. Black on green mat, that's on the green mat, that's on the black mat. It's the inception of maps. Mats. I said maps. I meant mats. The words are too close together. But it's all good. Let's see. Let's open this up and see what's on the inside. I just recently got this in the mail. They reached out to me and said, hey, we got some stuff for you. Check it out and tell us what you think. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Hey, why not? I'm going to check it out. And here it is. They said, what color do you want? I said, it doesn't matter. My favorite color is black, followed by blue and orange. But you know, whatever works for you guys. And so this is what they ended up sending me. And let's see what's on the inside here. Ooh, very nice. How much is this Hummer? Oh, this is nice and heavy. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This is nice. And look on the back, it's see-through. Oh, wait. It's see-through. That's really nice. Oh, wow. And then it has two buttons right here. What do these two buttons do? I'm not too sure what those buttons do. This right here, so that you can, replace the keys. If you want to replace the keys, can I do that? Oh, yeah, it'll let you do that. And then you also can probably replace the keys that are in there. That is really nice. Let me put this up. Let me do that again for you guys because I didn't have it on the screen. Is there anything else under here? No, there's nothing else. What is this little triangle thing here? Oh, that's a little thing. I don't need the triangle. No instructions came with this, so I don't know what to expect. So I'm gonna throw this over my shoulder here. I don't need that box anymore. But yeah, here. Let's look. Let's try this again. We stick this in here like this, and then we pull up. That's really easy to swap out the keys. That's super duper easy. So you can put whatever keys you want in here. Yeah, and that works out just fine. So I'm assuming that you can make these two buttons right here whatever you want to make them. I don't think there's anything wrong with that concept or that idea. You can make that whatever you want to make them. I don't know what this screen is here for, but we're getting ready to find out. Let's find a game. Let's find a game that might help us get a better understanding of how to use this controller. This looks like you can use USB-C or USB. I'm cool with that. Let me unplug this right here, and let's plug this in right here, and let's see what happens. Ooh, it lights up red. All right, let's find stream. Oh, I see. Look, it shows in this corner right here what's working and what's not working. That is kind of dope. So yeah, that's really cool. It's showing what's working and what's not working, and it lights up as you play. Ah, that's cool. I might take this with me. This seems like it might just be this one. I'm gonna bring out the other leverless controllers here in a second after we see how it works for Street Fighter or maybe Tekken. I don't know. No, we're gonna do Street Fighter this go around. But I think I like this one the best. Maybe. Because it's not too big, it's not too small. Could it be wider? Yeah, sure. But do you want it wider? I don't know. Here goes the foot pads right here. That makes sure it doesn't slide. You see that? It doesn't slide at all. It doesn't move that much. All right, I'm down with that. I'm good with that. So let's go over here and see then how this all comes together. We are here with Street Fighter 6. And we're going to see if this controller is worth our while for Street Fighter 6. What I found out, and it took a solid 30-40 minutes with the help of the chat here, is that in order for this controller to work, you're going to have to hold certain buttons down. It has the same PCB as the, what is the name of the PCB that's there? The GP 2040 CE. It makes you hold down a particular button in order for you to use that particular controller layout. Most of the time it's plug and play, like if you're playing on PC, but in this particular case, it is not. So with that being said, I held down the medium kick button, which is this medium kick button right here, so that I could get the X input in the on the PC, and voila, it works. It took me a hot second to figure that out, but here we are. We got it all figured out, and I'm not mad. So now let's go into here and check out some of these other things here and see how this works compared to other controllers that we've used. Let's go to training and let's see if we can get to Ryu. And if we can get to Ryu and he works and it works fine, you know, it kind of is what it is. I think this goes back to what I was explaining before with a lot of controllers. And a lot of times it's not the keyboard itself that we typically have an issue with. It's never the keyboard itself, right? A lot of times it's the case that we're worried about more than anything else. I believe the case makes the controller, not the buttons that go along with it. So right now, I'm not really concerned about it has these particular switches or the layout. I'm more concerned with this case right here and how comfortable it is for me while it's laid out and how it's spaced out. Let's check out Ryu in this particular space and understanding this controller. I mean, it responds just like any other controller. It's like I said, it's a little bit heavier, but let's see here. Hey, I have absolutely no problem with this. Let's do a dragon punch. Wait, hold on. Yeah, we can do a dragon punch, not just fine. And we can do the roundhouse kicks just fine. Yeah. Yeah, this controller works just fine. Now that we figured that one piece out, I think that's definitely a part of the controller that we definitely have to be mindful of when selling this to or talking about this controller here, is knowing that one piece when you plug it in, you have to hold a button in order for it to work. So with that being said, comparing this to, I'm going to unplug this one real quick, and I think this is kind of to my point that I mentioned before. A lot of these other controllers are just plug and play. Like, let's take this one, for example. We already reviewed this one. This one automatically goes into X input as soon as you plug it in. And that's the blessing of this particular controller. And it works fine. It works just fine. It works all the same as the other one. It works just fine, just like that one. And the same thing with the Holt. The Holt controller works just fine as well with this one too. And again, it automatically, this one, oh, does this automatically go? No, this one doesn't automatically go. So this one you have to hold a button as well. But before then, I didn't have to do that. So, but anywho's, so this one's a little bit smaller, but it does the same thing. But I think with this one, let's see, the placement is very similar. But if you see there, the placement is very similar. But I think I like that my hands are wider apart from it. Same thing with this one. All these are similar. This one's has a, I'm not going to say it. This one is at an angle. This one's at an angle. I was about to say it's at a curve. I'm not going to say it's curved. That sounds mad sexual. But this one's at an angle, and it makes it a little bit easier, but this one's very, very thin. I don't like that. This one is pocket size. This is maybe if you're traveling on the plane. But I think with the DOIO, though, with this, well, nope, remember we got to hold the medium kick for X input. Hold it there, just like that. I think this one kind of serves all purposes, right? I think it serves all purposes. It's not too big. It's not too small. Oh, and for that matter, when you compare it to something like, oh, I banged the table. When you compare it to something like this, that is freaking huge, right? And then it's very loud. Remember, we can hear this one. This one's very loud. Oh. Almost fell out the daggone chair. I'm human. I'm human, daggone it. This one is not too heavy. It's not too big. It doesn't slide around. You know, you can just sit here. I think this is a nice happy medium between those two and giving you what you want. I think the only problem that I have is out of the box, it does not give you the X input immediately. You know, and I think that's the part that I find annoying with this one. So we want to go, there it is. The bread and butters. It's going to take a while for me to figure, you know, not figure it out, but it's going to take a while for me to actually get used to it. Used to a controller like this. I'm a stick user, but at the same time, I'm like, this again, I think this is a really, really great. I'm gonna put this like this. I think this is a really, really great controller. The question is, would I be able to recommend this controller right here? I am going to say this. I do not think this controller is bad. Not one bit at all. I don't think it's bad, especially when you're comparing it to some of these other ones that are here. I don't think it's bad. I think with this one specifically, it's a personal preference more than it is this controller good, bad, or ugly, or anything else in between. I think this one specifically is a personal preference. If I were to buy a controller right now for $89, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. If you go on Amazon, go get this. That is not a bad deal, right? But for me, the price, if it was a little bit less, so the same price for their mini version 1, I would pay for this versus paying the $89. I think that's a better deal, because remember, there's other products out there that are $35, you know, way less than this, and you're trying to get your best bang for your buck in this day and age. But overall, when we're talking about this controller, how does it feel? Oh, it feels great. I can recommend it, because remember, we talked about this before. It's not really about the buttons. It's not about the if there's a space bar right there or not. You know, it's about the case, and the case for this controller is great. It's small and compact. It still can fit in your back pocket. You can throw it in your bag and think nothing of it, and you still can play almost any game that you want with this thing. And, you know, get on the airplane, and it's going to be discreet. This one is not loud. That's one thing that I like about it. And I'm not going to say it's indestructible or anything like that, but it's pretty daggone hard. You know, it has an aluminum case on it, for crying out loud, and the bottom is a strong plastic. So I can say that, you know, it's not going to be destroyed if you travel a lot. Again, I can't say it enough. It's all personal preference. If you like the snack box, go get the snack box. Go get the snack box mini. One issue before we close with this, I'm not going to show it on here. I don't have the time to show it on here, but the switches inside of here, they might not work with all your other stuff. So if you want to replace your switches and all that good stuff, it might not turn out the way you want it to. And the same thing with the keycaps here. You might not find the right keycaps for this controller, but is there stuff out there that will allow you to mod it the way you want it to be? Yeah, of course. There's always workarounds and way arounds. Stuff like this, but with this one in particular, this one specifically, that's what you're going to run into when you're trying to modify this controller. Again, it's very easy to mod. We showed that in the beginning. It's very easy to change the buttons out. See, I'm just sitting here right now, change the buttons out, but if you look, well, you can't really see that because how bright my camera is and it's shining, but you can't just put any key switch in there that you want to. So there it is. And then the only other flaw is, like, out of the box, you don't know what you don't know. And if it wasn't for the community saying, hey, do it this way, I know it works if you do it like this, by holding a button down in order for it to work, I wouldn't have known That's how this particular device works. So that's something you have to be mindful of. So with that being said, tell me what you think about this controller in the comments below. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Success and victory. Don't like with your face? No, don't block with your face. And I'll see you next time. Peace out.